Hey guys, what's up? Is your boy Monochrome here, back again, once again, for the semifinals match of the playoffs bracket of the TPDP draft league season. Um, last week it was a rematch against Haroon, but this time I'm up against someone who is in the opposite division of the league that I'm hosting. Basically, this match isn't going to be a rematch this time, and who I'm going to be facing against is the coach of the Mayohiga MADs, which is Faceman. So, this is my opponent's team, and this is my team. So I'm just going to be frank, this matchup is hard. This matchup is quite a nuisance for me, to be honest. And the main reason why is because this guy has a lot of fast shit, and it's kind of hard to... While I would say it's not as difficult to handle mostly everything, like this team compared to Mirage's team, Mirage had a lot of scary shit that was just hard to cover everything. While it is possible to cover everything in this team, I wouldn't say it's easy trying to cover everything in this team, because I feel like there are certain puppets in Face's team that could kind of just sweep me if I don't play carefully. Specifically, I feel like the extra Miko in particular is just really scary for me to deal with, alongside Pari Kikuri. That's also another really scary puppet that I don't necessarily have the cleanest out for, but it's something at least. But yeah, I'll talk about my team as we go through this. So the way I'm going to go about this game is a little bit unorthodox than what I usually do, but for the first member of the team, for the first time ever, I decided to bring a banded extra Kacha to this game. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring a banded extra Kacha is because I feel like in this matchup, I felt that banded moves coming from this thing would just deal like overall very considerable amount of damage. Like banded Voice of Famine, if the Assistina isn't Fizz Death, then this thing would do at least half to this thing. But if it is Fizz Death, it'd still do like almost half. So I feel like that would be considerable amount of damage. And I felt that overall, even though Face has switch-ins to EQ, said switch-ins don't really take either Banded Force of Famine or Banded Distortion Bombs well, and I thought that I could use that to my advantage. But I still also wanted to this thing to maintain some form of a defensive role, because this thing is my primary extra Kikuri check, as well as my primary extra Yachié check, which admittedly is a little bit concerning, but it's the best. I felt like going with a more offensive Akachiya set would be more preferred here. Not only because I thought extra Akachiya's offensive coverage would be okay in this matchup, but also this is also something that could catch Faceman off guard, because throughout the entire season, I've mostly just ran a physically defensive or Spadef extra Akachiya with Toxic Protect Lefties, so I thought maybe this could be something that can catch Faceman off guard. And the next mon on the team is just a Scarf Power Sagame. This thing is Scarf because Faceman just has a ton of fast shit, and I just thought most of Sagame's stabs and her coverage kind of just cover mostly everything. Speaking of coverage, Sagame isn't really meant to be a hazard remover. This thing is just mostly here for coverage, specifically for the Defense Lunasa, because Defense Lunasa switches into every single one of these moves, so that's why Smash Spin is here. For the next one on the team, we have a Wish Pass Defense Ron. This thing is mostly here just to keep. This thing is mostly here for the purpose. This thing is just mostly here to keep extra Akachiya alive, because I did say that I am not opting to run protect lefties on extra Katia. That being said, I would need Katia to stay alive to switch into some of my opponent's puppets, and ideally I would want this thing to stay alive as much as possible so I could throw out more bandit moves. And I feel like the more moves I get to click with extra Katia, the more damage I'll deal to Faceman's team overall. So yeah, I basically I just need this thing alive and to click as many buttons as I can. This thing is also here because Assist Hina is a puppet that Faceman has brought to every single one of his games. So this thing here is just my primary Assist Hina check. And the reason why I decided to build this run the way it is because I feel like Faceman is going to burn the defense round once it comes in. I feel like that's just a natural response for him to do. And in that sense, extra defense run can't really do that much offensively because I feel like it's gonna get burned. So rather than trying to inflict offensive pressure through like an offensive set, I just decided Wish Pass would be just nice. Spikes would just be nice for setting hazards, and Knock is mostly free to click. Faceman does have an extra Kana, which is immune to illusion, but extra Kana isn't really that much of a threat because I do have a clean switch into that thing. And I can scout its moveset with Protect first. Speaking of the extra Kana switch in, we have a Spadef Defense Ringo, which has a pretty much a standard set: Rock's Toxic, a Stab, and Recover. This thing is a switch into most notably the extra Kana, the Speed Sane, and there's something else that I'm forgetting. Let me look at this again. Oh yeah, this thing is also the primary extra Wagasaki switch-in because if I don't have Defense Ringo, then extra Wagasaki kind of just clicks buttons against me, and I do not want that to happen. So yeah. This thing is just a sped-up wall to like most of my opponent's special shit. There are some exceptions like the Kikuri, which Hikachiya mostly switches into more or less, and another puppet that I'll show. And there's another puppet which switches into the extra Miko, which this thing can't handle. Anyways, the next puppet of the team is an extra Kasen, running the Golden Hairpin and running Brave Burst, Impulse, Magma Storm, and Smash Spin. If the Kachiya goes down, this is kind of like my emergency switch into the extra Yache, which admittedly is very concerning, but there's not really much I could ask for else. There's not really much else that can switch into extra Yache aside from Hikachiya, but this could at least take a hit from full in a pinch. But the idea with extra Kasen is that not only does it switch into the extra Yache, but also switches into most notably Speed Mega Move, because I feel like it is possible for Face to bring a bulk up Speed Mega Move against me, because that does match up well into most of my team aside from this thing. So I thought extra Kasen would be nice just so I don't lose to the Speed Mega Move, and this is also nice for switching into the Power Tenchi that my opponent has as well. Not only that, but extra Kasen's coverage kind of just covers mostly everything. There's not really much that hard wall this aside from Assist Hina, but even then, Magma Storm would do an okay chunk to it because Assist Hina doesn't have access to reliable recovery. And it also has, another thing that I should mention here is that Smash Spin isn't really meant for hazard removal, although extra Kasen is a more reliable spinner than Power Sagame, but this thing isn't here so much for hazard removal. More so it's an option to hit Defense Lunasa, because Defense Lunasa also walls the coverage of fighting warts, so I need Smash Spin. Go figure. For the last mon on the team, we have a defensive extra Seiran running a pretty standard set. This thing is mostly my primary extra Miko switch-in, and it's also my primary power Tenchi switch-in, hence why I have some invest into defense, just so I could take a non-banded brandish with this thing. And that's all I think that's all I have to say about this team. Overall, I feel like I would definitely say that this matchup is pretty tricky. It all depends on... I guess it all depends on how long my extra Akachiya can stay alive, and more importantly, get more bandit hits off. Because the more bandit hits I get off of extra Akachiya, the further I can progress to this game. But if any of my important defensive pieces, such as the extra Seiren, the defense Ringo, or the defense Ron, die too quickly, then I feel I may be losing my I think I'll lose my grasp onto the game. But yeah. To be honest, I think what this match is going to boil down to is if I'm going to lose to the extra Miko or not. If I don't lose to the extra Miko, then I win, but if extra Miko does her thing, then I pretty much lose. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, and I'll see you guys in, I'll see you guys when we get into the games. Goodbye. There we go. Alright, match day. Let's go. Let's see, I guess while I wait, what else could I talk about? The Seiren has counterbit because... Oh wait, I should explain more about the Seirens and Vs. The Seiren is not only the switch into the Miko, but it's also a decent switch into the Power Tenchi. And the defense EVs were to ensure that the thing doesn't get 2-hit KO'd by non-banded brandish. What else could I talk about? Oh yeah, you might have noticed that I have Smash Spin on a few more other shits, like not only the Sagme as a coverage option, but Extra Kasen's Smash Spin is also a coverage option. The only intended spinner of the team is Extra Seiren, because the idea is Extra Seiren would be the best switch-in for Pyro Tenchi that would set rocks, because Pyro Tenchi has access to High Tone Crush / Detonation Burst, so Extra Kasen wouldn't be the best switch-in, but Extra Seiren could at least take... Extra Seiren at worst takes neutral from Pyro Tenchi's moves, so... Because of that, Seiren would switch into potential Tenchi Rocks and spin away the hazards. So yeah. But that is to say that... I mean, I have used Extra Kasen as a spinner in the past, so she can use that given the opportunity. But I wouldn't see myself needing to use spin that much, because admittedly, Face only has rocks from Pyro Tenchi, although it is possible that he could potentially use spikes from Speed Sane, because Speed Sane does have access to spikes, so that is something I'm going to have to take note of. And... yeah... I don't think there's anything else I could talk about. I do see that more people have joined. I don't know how much of you new folk have listened to me rambling about the team, but I'm essentially, let's just say the game plan of my team is revolved around a quote-unquote unorthodox extra gotcha set that I brought. I'm mostly just saying unorthodox because I haven't brought anything like this until just now, which is a choice band Akachiya. Because in the past, I've mostly just brought in defensive, toxic, protect, extra gotcha. So hopefully this will throw Faceman off guard. And I imagine it will, because no one usually expects something like this. And the plan is just revolving around abandoned Hakacha. That's pretty much it. Okay, I do see that my opponent has started up the game. That's a good sign, at least. Here we go. Good. Alright. Okay. What to lead with here? I think Extra Kacha is an okay lead here. I gave Extra Kacha a little bit of speed so that she won't be crept by like a Paruki Kuri trying to creep Hakacha. If they go Miko, I could respond by going Seiren. If they go Sane, I respond by going... Actually, wait, if they go Sane, I could actually just swing on it. That wouldn't be that bad. If they go Hina, I just go Ron. If they go Wakasagi, I just go Ringo. And if they go Rika, I stay in. So yeah, I think Hakacha is a fine lead here. However, what happens if I go Sakame? Sakame doesn't really match up well into Sonic because I don't think an impulse kills at full. Yeah, I think I like Hakachi as a lead here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna initially go off with Shooting Press and just see what happens. If they switch, it's fine. What are they switching into? Sane? Sane's okay. I probably go into... if they sub, then that's actually a little bit problematic. But I'd probably just go into this and probably just throw out the Toxic. Miko's okay. I just go into this. They can't really hit this unless they have HP Electric. It is Life Orb. If they Life Orb, they could go for an HP Electric right here. But I have... Nope. But I have had a mock with Kyusen, and I do remember that Radiant Hairpin damage did about like 50-60%. I don't think it killed... If this thing does have HP Electric, I don't think it kills from this range. So I'm gonna go for the Smash Spin play in case they try to go for an HP Electric. Alright, this is a little bit annoying. They're probably gonna Volt, but I don't want to risk Ron getting hit by an illusion move, so I think I have to go for the safe Hakacha play. Yeah. Now I can't... Now I think I either go for Voice of Famine or Distortion Bomb here. I think because they initially switched into Sane, I don't think they're gonna go for that again. I think they're probably gonna go for the Hina, in which going for the Stab. Voice of Famine probably just seems more correct. Never mind, they stayed in. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, this is fine. Kikuri doesn't have any priority. He's probably going to switch this thing out to get some regen recovery, which I will probably go into something. They go into Rika. Kasen is an okay switch in here. I'll probably go into Kasen and probably throw up a Magma Storm. He's probably gonna go into the Hina because that thing... Actually... Maybe I should have gone for a Brave Burst instead. Maybe? Although Magma Storm is fine, because if they go Kikuri, I think Kasen outspeeds, because I did outspeed no speed Kikuri with this Kasen spread. Just want to double check. Yeah. Although if this thing is like if this thing has like 2 speed, then that would be a little bit scary. But I think I wanna try to go for this. Yeah, outspeed. There's no speed invest. He's probably gonna go Sane now. Yeah. Now, I will say, my gut is telling me to click Impulse right here. But I feel like that's a ridiculous play. Because I still want this thing alive to take on Rika because their Kacha is low. That being said... Let's say... Okay, I'll just say this. The reason why I'm considering staying in because he's probably trying to force a switch out of me to like set up a sub or something. What happens if I sack this thing? Do I still have it out for the Rika? Am I willing to let this thing go? Okay. Oh, let's fucking go. Well, gotta love the play when I'm never punished at all. Let's go. Alright. I think I go into... Okay, it's fine if he double switches because this thing is still healthy, so I could still really go into this thing. And even if the Rika has some hidden coverage for the Kasen, I can just go into Saga Main Revenge to kill this thing. Nico's okay, I just go into this. And because the Rika's dead, I think, I could probably just spam Sweet Desperado, I think? Because the Miko has switched out every single time, it's safe to assume the thing doesn't have electric sign. If he goes into Hina on this, that's okay. Oh wait, one thing I forgot is to turn on the Discord thing. Oops. And I forgot to loot this. Oops. I think I'll firewall here in case Faceman decides to switch out again. Alright, he surrendered. GG. And with that, I am in grand finals of the draft league that I'm hosting. And with that, I'll see you guys in grand finals. Later, guys.